Hey guys, Fusion Timmy here. Welcome to another Minecraft Hypixel Skyblock video. My god, that's a long name. But we're going to be covering the Spooky Festival today because you guys really loved the last episode of Hypixel Skyblock. I'll admit, wasn't putting in full effort there, but I'm really trying this time. Basically, if you haven't already figured out, the Spooky Festival is just Hypixel Skyblocks' Halloween event, okay? It's basically just where each and every mob in the game ends up dropping two types of candy, purple and green. And they drop rarely, but it's usually around like 3 to 5 mobs that you kill. You might get a certain amount of green or purple. The higher the level of the mob, the more chance that you can get a purple candy, which purple candy is obviously the more rare and the more expensive one. So I'm going to be telling you the tips that you guys need to know to get good and to get the most candy. But first off, before I begin that, I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for supporting the last video so much. We have nearly 400 views on it, and we have hit 262 subscribers at the time of this recording, and we need to hit 300, guys. Come on. So if you've already subscribed or you haven't subscribed yet, if you go ahead and subscribe, you can comment below that you want to be on the wall of subscribers. Basically, if you comment below in the next video, I'm going to have your names all across this wall, and I'm hoping it'll fill up this entire house eventually, just over time. And then we can always look back at this, and I might even make a whole review on every single name. But yeah, you'll always be in the background somewhere. So if you subscribe, put in the comments that you want to be on the subscriber wall, and it will happen. So after saying that and getting that out of the way, I'm going to now explain it. So, essentially, as I was saying, the higher the level of the mob, the more purple candy you can get, which is the rarer candy. To get that, like, the best way to get that is actually in the end, because in the end is where the highest level mobs actually spawn. Not the zealots. You don't want to really kill those, I don't believe. You actually want to kill Endermen. Now, I've seen a common misconception is just spawning Endermen with Ender Pearls, and yeah, that did work, and I think the first festival, I'm pretty sure it worked, but they actually removed it in the second and third. I'm 99% sure it was the second or third, because after that, you were not able to do it, which it's understandable because it's a little overpowered. So guys, if you're trying to do it and it's not obvious, there's a message that even comes up in chat. It doesn't work. So essentially, the best way to do it is to go through these cave systems, and the further you go into the end, like the deeper down, the stronger they are. You want to go for the strongest ones. But I know some of you guys, like how I used to be, you probably are still using an aspect of the end, which means you're probably not the best. This is not a maxed out aspect of the end, but you're probably not the best, and you can probably only one-hit certain Endermen. So if you have to start the top, do the top. If you have to do if you can do the mid though, do the mid. You just want to do whatever you can one-shot the fastest, and then you just want to run around hitting every single friggin' Enderman that you can so that they might drop candy for you. And it really adds up over time. Now you're probably thinking, well, what's all this candy amount to? Well, essentially there's something called the Fearmonger, and the Fearmonger stays at the hub, which you can go through the portal to get to the hub. But at the hub, he stays where the baker is usually at. If you want to figure out where the baker is, it's pretty simple. Just, you know, look it up or just anything. It's at a hub, and it's near the Coliseum. But essentially what happens is you go to him, and he sells a ton of different items for purple and green candy. There's, let's see, first off, one really good one is, I think it's called Magic Find. Yeah, it's called Magic Find. Magic Find 1. Now, Magic Find basically increases the chances to get, well, for mobs to drop certain items by like a certain percentage, and you can always upgrade it too. To upgrade, I'm pretty sure you just use glowstone or enchanted glowstone, whatever you can put in. But it slowly increases from like 25% to 50 to 75 to like 100%. I don't know if there even is 100%. I'm pretty sure it just goes up to 75. But it does not help with zealots. If you're thinking, oh man, that'd be overpowered for getting summoning eyes. No, it doesn't really do much. I think it might help a little bit, but just not much at all. Slayer quest, I think it does help, but just barely. And you might be able to get a little extra loot from Slayer quest. So that means you might be able to get a little bit more Revenant flesh or Tarantula webs, whatever you want. Wolf teeth. So Magic Find can be helpful for that, but it's mostly good for stuff like if you wanted lapis armor, which I don't see you doing that, but if you needed lapis armor, it would increase your chances a lot. Stuff like that. Simple things. I think it even helps with dragon fights, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's pretty overpowered. Then there's also a firework where if you spend 100 green candy, you can get this firework, and it shoots up into the sky, and a bunch of bats come out. It's called bat pinatas, and everyone that shoots it, they get green candy for free, and then your green candy gets turned into 10 purple candy. So 100 green candy for 10 purple candy. It's not a bad deal. So here's a small issue I went into. I grinded for a freaking hour and tried to go through this portal, and the portal did not work. I tried to go through the hub portal, and it just would not work at all. It was such a meme. It sucked.
Bruh.
But after that, I was just like, my god, okay, it finally works. I go through the hub portal, I try and go to the Fear Monger to trade in my stuff. It doesn't work, and my lord, once I got over to the Fear Monger area, he was not there. He was just gone, and it's apparently because they updated the hub or something, but they did not even try and put him back in, so I wasn't able to get anything. Now, let me continue my explanation. There's also something called the bat ring, which I actually have already. The itchy bat ring, it doesn't start off itchy, but you reforge it. Anyways, bat ring, it's basically an upgraded version of the talisman. It requires the bat talisman, and then I think it's like 64 purple candy, or it might even be 36. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure on the actual requirements. I kind of forgot, but you get that, and then you can also upgrade the itchy bat ring to like an itchy bat artifact. Yeah, that's what it was. It's like the first legendary talisman in the game, the legendary bat artifact. And if you turn into itchy, you can get a lot of crit damage. I haven't got it yet. I was going to. I had 64 purple candy, as you can see from the recording, but the Fearmonger wasn't there, and I said, you know what? See, from the time of the recording, it was going to be 5 days, 5 real-life days before they did another spooky festival, because it was Halloween at the time. So I'm having to wait until then. And I was like, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get me a leaping sword. So I sold a stack of 64 purple candy for over $1 million, 1.2 million. And it's really cool, honestly. So even if you do have all the items, you can still sell candy for a lot of money. I sold 64 green candy because I've got like all the green stuff. The green stuff. No, I got all the freaking green candy, okay? I got all the green candy items, and I just sold it for like 100k a piece or more. And they actually sell for a pretty good amount, so easy money, and also really good items. There's something called a trick-or-treat bag where you can actually put your candy in here, and it automatically puts it in there so you don't have to hassle with it. It's pretty helpful. As you can see, there's an itchy candy ring. You start off with a normal candy, like a candy talisman, and it increases your chances by like 5%, so not too much, but a little bit. Then you pay for the candy ring, and it does 10%. And then you can get the candy artifact, which does 15%. And basically it just makes it easier for them to drop candy. Like I said, it's usually like 3 or 5 zealots or endermen before you actually get a piece of candy. So, also, it's not just endermen, it's all mobs. Any mob in the game. Some people have actually been doing just straight up minions. Like they'll put a bunch of Magma Cube minions or Enderman minions, whatever they can kill the easiest, and they just let them all grind, killing mobs. Like the minions, they'll kill the mobs, and they get candy from the mobs still because it's that event. So that's a really good way to do it. But if you're like me and you just, you're not that dedicated, or you're just not that pro, well, you can easily just go and grind in the end like I was doing. And also, like I said, the more you one-shot and the more like stronger Enderman you could fight, the more chance you're actually going to get better candy, and the faster you can do it. If you have Wise Armor, I hate you, but you actually get a lot of candy doing that because you're so fast, and if you can one-shot the Enderman, you get a ton of friggin' money. Wise Armor is really good. It's really OP for grinding. It's just not exactly the best way. Not a people. I personally hate it when you're like a noob, or even like me, a pretty late game person. You go into the end and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get some candy. You go through one of those tunnels, you look to the left, there's a wise guy, he just took it. You look to the right, there's a wise guy, he just took it. Then you see 5 Endermen and a freaking superior drops down and he gets it too. So it's not exactly that easy. But I don't recommend really using Wise Armor for grinding, but it is effective if you guys do want to do it. That's not on me. There's a bunch of wise guys already, but I'm not doing that. So yeah. There's a lot of different items that they've added though, and there's also something called Spooky Armor, and Spooky Armor is essentially kind of like what the candy ring or artifact or friggin' talisman does. Essentially increases your chance more. I think it's like 15% per armor piece or something. So it's pretty good, but you have to wear some crappier armor to get it. So if you can actually one-shot Enderman without armor, like you have enough crit damage and a good enough sword to do that, you can wear candy armor and you can get like candy each and every time. And I mean, if you had like a lot of speed, a lot of mana and stuff, and you were able to do that, you could seriously get some good candy. So that's another way. It's honestly easy, and there's not that many items that you can get with the candy. I think it's more of just like, you get the bat talisman, you get the friggin' candy artifact. Well, not the bat talisman, the bat artifact and the candy artifact. You get all that good stuff, and then you can quit. After that, candy's just basically just for money. You can just spin candy. You can just get a lot of candy and you sell it on the auction house, and you could get freaking paid, because I got paid a lot of money. And speaking of which, now that I've covered pretty much the entire festival, so that's pretty much what the festival is, guys. Not much more to cover. I think there's like a headless horseman boss or something. I haven't actually fought it, but you can do that too. There's a bunch of different items. You can go check it out. I think there's like maybe 15 items or something that they've added. So it's not a whole lot, but it's a lot of effective items, and they're not that hard to get, especially if you got Ender Armor or above. So go check it out. I wish you guys luck. Now, if you guys are here because you're returning subscribers or returning viewers, or you're just interested, I'm going to go ahead and go over what I've been doing recently, because it has been over a week since I recorded. All these minions, they get me freaking rich. I get like millions from these minions. As you can see, I got full godly and stable armor, and I've hot potato booked a lot of it. I got a leaping sword now. It's near maxed. I think it's probably really good. I don't have a one-shotting zealots because I want to do a lot of damage, but at the same time, I don't want to one-shot them because that decreases the chance of getting a summoning eye. But I might just do it anyways, just because I got this spicy aspect of the end. But whatever. I've been doing a lot of Slayer quests, and I got the Radiant Power Orb, which, as you can see, it heals you a lot, and then you got the Healing Wand, and I've almost hot potatoed this friggin' Runance bow to death. Like, it's like halfway done. If I had like Dragon Hunter, if I had that on here, it'd be overpowered. So it's a really good bow. And then I also got the leaping sword. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of this leaping sword because I always wanted one of these like so bad back in the day. It's like the coolest thing to have, especially if you're like a mid-game player. You'd probably think it's awesome. I got the piggy bank. Funny story, I got the piggy bank in itchy form for like 20k. Because nobody bid it on. I don't know what kind of luck that was, but I had it really cheap. I got this for 20k. Didn't even have to grind or anything. So it's pretty overpowered. Got the fire talisman, the day crystal, which I got from these guys. I'm still working on the night crystal. And then I'm also going to try and get some solar panels probably. I'm not sure. Lapis minion. I've been getting a lot of grand EXP balls from him. I'm trying to get to Titanic because if I can, I'll fully max out this leaping sword. It wouldn't be hard, it's just very expensive, and I don't see a good point in it. This obsidian minion, he'll be gone by the next episode, I promise. Because he's kind of useless, he gives me a little bit of money, but not really. I'm mainly trying to get to, let's see, yeah, almost to ender chest level 3. When I get that, I'll have a maxed out ender chest, and it'll be awesome. By the way, guys, just before I forget, if this video gets 50 likes, I will give away 50 summoning eyes for free. Yes, for free. I will give one to each and every person. If you want a summoning eye, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and then also comment that you want a summoning eye. Tell me your in-game name, and then yeah, whenever this video gets 50 freaking likes, I'm going to give them away. And also, even if we don't have a bunch of commenters, I'm still going to go to noobs and just give them summoning eyes, because I figured it'd be a very funny video. It'd be a lot of good positivity, and guys, there's like this huge gap between the poor and the rich in Skyblock, and it needs to be stopped, okay? We have to be the ones to stop all these rich people from becoming too overpowered. We have to stop them. So subscribe, make sure to leave a like, help me out a bit. If you guys want to see more Skyblock, let me know. I'll go and show off this. This is my armor room. It's not really much yet, but I'm working on it. This is my old ender armor. This is my first ever armor, really. Golem armor. I worked to death to get it. It's not exactly a good armor set. Honestly, I just go for hardened. But, you know, I got it anyway, so. Miner armor, Ember armor, it's really cool stuff. And as you guys can see, I didn't really say it, but I worked on this entire house. Because in the last episode, it just kind of looked dead inside. It looks very cozy now. I'm happy that it looks so cozy because, as you guys can see, it took a lot of wood. I spent a long time. I know this wood doesn't exactly match on the inside, but whatever. It still looks cool. So, I've been up to a lot here lately. Like I said, full godly and stable dragon. I had ender armor last time. And, like I said, I got a leaping sword now. I'm doing a ton. Let's see. There is a lot of new subscribers I got here, and I have to say thank you guys for actually subscribing. Like Sloppy Painter, we got just my god, I can't even name them all. There's just a bunch of people, and I have to say thank you so much. I know I was kind of, you know, making you guys look at the wrong place there, but thanks, I appreciate it. Since you guys are subscribed, I'm actually going to do a summoning eye giveaway. If you guys want summoning eyes, just like I said, let me know in the comments, subscribe, and it will happen. We just need to hit 50 likes. Share this around, it's going to happen. This might be the biggest summoning eye giveaway ever. 50 friggin' free summoning eyes. I mean, come on. That's a lot of summoning eyes. It's going to be a lot of work for me. So, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a comment. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Future Timmy, signing out.